Hello, you guys. Welcome back to another episode on this channel. Today, I am here with my third unpopular opinions ever. I used to love watching these videos, like especially in high school. I don't know, they're just so entertaining. And I feel like I haven't seen a lot of them now, but I like to talk and I have a lot to say, as you can see. So let's jump right into it. Unpopular opinion number one. Very, very random. I'm a very random person. If you're not already subscribed to me, you could tell. But how many times have you asked someone, "Oh, how many kids do you want? How many kids do you want a boy? Do you want a girl? Blah, blah, blah." And I feel like the most basic answer people give is two, right? Because how many kids in this economy? Okay, right. They'd be like, um, I want two, and I want a boy and I want a girl, but I want a boy first because I want a boy to protect his younger sister. I want the younger sister to have protection. I have heard that answer from so many people, like men, women, whatever. And I don't know why, y'all. To me, nowadays, it gives cornball. Like, it gives cornball when you answer like that. Because let me explain why. I'm a middle child. I'm a youngest daughter, right? I have an older sister. I have a younger brother. Um, and I was fine. You know what I'm saying? I was fine. Middle child core, youngest sister core. You know we don't play. I'm literally the most confrontational out of all my siblings. I literally still be sticking up for my sister and would stick up for my little brother to this day. Like literally my other siblings are like more quiet and less confrontational than me. Like I was fine. And I think you'll be fine too if you don't have a boyfriend. Like, what protecting? What are y'all talking about protecting them from? Like, are you talking about protecting them from boys? Like, I had a dad. I had a dad. I have cousins. I had male friends. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? I don't know. And then also, I literally have firsthand experience. Like, my best friend is the youngest child and the only girl, and she has two older brothers. And she's like, my whole life, my brothers have never protected me from it. From anything. She's like, I never needed protect. Like you get what I'm saying? It's just I don't know. It gives corny. I'm not saying like you can't want or have a preference. Like whatever, it's cute to me. I want two kids too because in this economy, I want a boy and girl too, right? Because I just want to experience both. But I don't really care who's first. I don't know. That was a stupid little opinion, but sometimes I just be thinking about that and I'd be like, what kind of protection are y'all talking about? Because I was fine. If you have a middle child or a youngest daughter like me, uh, more points for being a Scorpio, I think she'll be okay. Unpopular opinion number two. This one might very well be unpopular because I know a lot of people like to tussle about this topic. Um, if you, it's October as we speak. It's October. We're about 1 month away from the election. If you use religion as evidence for serious things like who you want to vote for, laws, stuff like that, to me, your intelligence goes out the door. I've always thought this, but shout out to Dean. Dean for president. I know you guys have seen clips of that Jubilee video all over of Dean eating these hoes up.
How many people did she convict? Not a clue. 45. And
Okay, I watched all hour and 40 minutes of that. And I remember he brought that up when he was debating all the conservative Trump supporters. Like, I actually think that using religion as logic on voting for stuff and who, like, it's actually really scary because religion isn't evidence based. And when you think about the pattern of what that has done, like using religion as logic and evidence in history, it has not been good. Like, y'all really scare me. Let's say, for example, someone was like, oh, I'm pro life because of religion, because I'm Christian, whatever. I can only speak from that standpoint because, like, specifically, because I'm not religious anymore, but I grew up Christian. Right. So maybe that's someone's thing. Like, I'm pro life because of my religion, because of the Bible, whatever. Okay. You use that as your reasoning to why you have certain beliefs or why you want to vote on different stuff. But They use Catholicism to torture Native and Indigenous people in missions. I'm from California, y'all. If you're from California, have you ever taken a mission trip? Like, I can't, my mind can't comprehend how we took mission trips as kids. If you don't know what missions are, it was basically like little houses, properties where like indigenous people were basically like slaves and they were tortured. I remember reading about so many different ways to torture them into like them giving up their cultural beliefs and converting to Catholicism. Like that's what missions were used for. So many different weapons, so many different tools, so many different things to torture. Like it was crazy reading about it like when I got older. But when we were kids, we literally took trips to missions. It's like, oh, this is this cool little historical house that's still here. And we learn about Native culture. We learn like what they ate and what they, huh? Like y'all literally have little kids visiting torture houses and you wonder why they're all haunted. Like what? Some people literally use Christianity to justify slavery. Catholicism used to torture and enslave indigenous people. Christianity used to justify slavery. Basically, religion was like the source, the thing to justify all of colonization. Like as a black person or as a person of color, I'm sure you don't agree with colonization. I'm sure you don't agree with like the stuff in the past. So I'm like, why are we still using religion as logic when there it is not evidence based? Like, do y'all realize how scary that is? That how scary that is? Like, religion has constantly been used to torture and people and colonize the whole world, and y'all still want to use it as logic as if we haven't learned from the past. Please. And disclaimer, I'm not saying this to take it on religious people. Okay, I don't have a problem with religious people. I feel like if you're in a religion and it truly helps you and like you see the results and stuff, I think that's wonderful that you found something that works for you and that benefits you. But just keep in mind, like when it comes to real stuff, stuff that we can actually see, stuff that we actually need to vote on and change, it's not evidence based, baby. Okay. I feel like you should use your belief system and your actual morals, you should keep them very, very separate because history has shown it can get very, very scary. Scary. And I've done my research on this one, this next one. So more men don't yell at me on here like they already do on TikTok. If you haven't already seen it on there. I'm so tired about the male versus female height debates, okay? I'll be on live, I'll be talking about myself like on TikTok live, and so many times, like almost every time, a guy will ask what my height is, right? I'm 5'7", I'm a tall girly. I don't know if you guys can tell, like I'm always sitting down on YouTube, but if you follow me on Instagram, you can probably tell, right? How many men will be like, that's not tall, 5'7" is not tall, girl, you ain't even that tall. 5'5" is the average height for a woman in America. I think I'm above average height, right? Okay. 5'10" is the average height for a man in America. So they always want to debate about my height being like, girl, you're not even tall. If I'm not even tall, why don't we in 5'10" boys be looking the same height? Because somebody's lying and it's not me. And then also when it comes to me, y'all, my almost everyday shoes, Air Maxes, which if y'all don't know what those look like, I'll put a picture. But they basically have like a heel under, like it's like a heely shoe. So I'll be wearing those, and also, as you can see, I'm a black woman. My hair has volume in general, but also I'm wearing my hat. Like a lot of people, when I tell them they're 5'7", like who met me in person, think that I'm like 5'9" because of these contributing factors. Because baby, I'm 5'7", like flat foot on the ground. Obviously, that's how it works. The way so many men begin heated too when I tell them, like, to me, 5'10" is like a short, like that's kind of like a short guy, because like when I'm next to 5'10" men, it's close to me. Like it's like average, you know? They get so mad, or they'll be like, how is a 5'9" girl tall, but a 5'9" guy is short? Did I not just tell y'all the average heights in the US? 5'9" is below the average height. Like what? I don't know why men be getting so like about stuff they can't change. It's okay, baby. It's okay. Relax. And like I'm not ever like on height, you know? Because I'm a 5'7" girly. Of course I'd prefer me like a tall man, like at least 6 foot. But baby, if the face card doesn't decline, a 5'9" man can get it. Like what? Literally, great example is Cordell from Love Island. I remember I watched that season. That man said I'm 5'9" on a good day. That means he's probably like 5'8". That means he's probably like 5'8". But guess what? Face card doesn't decline. Personality doesn't decline. That man is fine. Okay? I ain't never cared. That face card never declined. Next order of business. You guys' parasocial relationships really scare me, okay? It is October 9th, as if the day I'm recording this. Hello, if you're from the future. But right now, a lot of the things going on in the media is talking about DDG and Hallie breaking up, right? Right. They announced their breakup. They have a baby that's like under a year old. They've been together for a couple years, whatever. The think pieces I see about this on TikTok are pissing me off. And a lot of them are literally from other women talking about, I don't feel bad for her because if you've seen this, this, and that, and are we surprised? We should have seen this and that. And yeah, I don't feel bad for her, and this, and that. And you could tell by these. I'm like, I'm sorry. Have you guys met her? Do you guys know her? Do you guys know her in real life? Have you guys like been in rooms with them together? Like, you guys are actually scary. Now, don't get me wrong. I know we've all seen the childish things that, DDG has done, and we all have a lot of Halle fans like me have our opinions about him and his childish acts. But I'm like, saying that she should have known, are we surprised? I don't feel bad for her. I'm like, y'all, do you realize you are talking about a woman who you don't know? A woman you actually don't know, never met a day in her life, a woman currently dealing with postpartum. Like, who are you guys actually? Like I said, yeah, DDG is like a little childish. Like we have been let into some stupid stuff in the relationship because of the stuff he does online. But I'm like, y'all don't know everything, and saying like talking all this shit like you guys know her is actually pissing me off. Like how would you guys feel if you were in that position? I feel like that's what like lowers the empathy level day by day, because I'm like, people never think about that. I'm like, if you just broke up with someone, had a child with them under a year, like I'm sure you'd be going through it and you would not want to hear a million strangers saying you should have known, or like, do y'all know her? Do y'all know her? Answer me quickly. Okay, I don't know, like a lot of y'all should get a life. A lot of you guys should get a life. That literally pours into my next similar topic of parasocial relationships, is separating the art from the artist. Again, this is another rabbit hole that I want to go down, where I just want to say, like, I feel like a lot of people should shut up, like it's actually free. Okay, we see this a lot when it comes to you know, finding the truth about different people in the industry and stuff like that. I believe in separating the art from the artist, because we can be real. Like some of these terrible people, okay, they can sing, they can act. What makes me so mad is the people again who defend these people down, these predators, these abusers. Like, you've met them a day in their life. Like, you say something about an artist and people are so ready to go to war about them, being like, baby, the convictions, the police reports are public record. What are you talking about? Like, actually, some of you guys need to like be quiet. Like, what is wrong with saying like, oh, I like their music, but I just obviously the type of person they are is it, but I like their music. Their music really inspires me. These songs really touch me. I think they can sing, but like I don't support the actions and stuff like that. I feel like that is completely fine. Like when people get caught slipping supporting people, it's okay to recognize that some products and some of their stuff is good. They may be talented. There's a lot of talented terrible people. I don't believe it, but it's like, again, the parasocial relationships, y'all. Why are y'all ready to go to bat about people who already have mugshots and police reports out there? Like, it's giving scary. It's giving this is why things keep happening, because y'all don't care. Y'all literally don't care about abusers and their actions. It's just, oh, I love that. I love that song. So everybody that hates them, like, I don't care. Mm? Please separate the art from the artist and shut up. It's okay to like music, to like movies, to think someone is talented, but going to war about people who are literally bad people that you've never met, mind you, like they be acting like this is their homeboy, like their wrongly convicted homeboy. Babes, he's convicted, and you don't know him a day in your life. He would never recognize you. He would never recognize you ever. Okay, please. Moving on. Again, we're hopping back into election coming up, typical morals, typical being humane type things. Pronouns are not that hard. Y'all are just annoying. Literally. If you follow me on anything, subscribe to me on YouTube, you already know. This page is pro black, pro brown, pro LGBTQ, sex positive, like all that stuff. Very liberal over here, okay? I'm a black woman. And sometimes I don't even want to use that as an excuse, cuz have you guys seen I've seen way too many black liberals on Julie this past month, and I'm scared. That IUD argument girl could never be me. That girl definitely has an IUD.
Fair, that wasn't the question I asked you. I asked you if they were murderers.
I have no comment on that.
People will get so worked up about pronouns. Like they be like, "Oh, I'm not gonna call you like they. Like, what are you biologically? This and that. Like, I'm gonna call it's so unnatural." Da, da, da. I'm like, literally, what is the difference of maybe someone who was born biologically female, but now they're non-binary and they prefer on going by they them, right? What is the difference between a non-binary person like that and a person who is like, "Oh yeah, like." My name is Nate, but I really don't like my first name. I go by my middle name, so just call me Jalen. Everybody would call him Jalen. Like, what is the difference? What is so simple? Like, literally, if you start using them, it'll get easier. It's just like everything with practice, with repetition. The more you say it, like the more you use it, the more it'll get like, what? Why are y'all acting like it's so hard? Like, y'all are just homophobic. These hood niggas be like, oh, call me Cash Money J. And everybody calls them that. Everybody calls them that. But they really got some square name. But y'all call them Cash Money J. You don't think that's hard? Like, respecting pronouns, respecting gender identities, and all that is literally not hard. Like, maybe it might be different if like you didn't grow up like that or you're not used to being around people like that, but I'm like, literally, it's so easy. Just like I say, like, I hate um when people ask black people all these questions, like, we're not Google. Like, it takes one Google search. If you're like, I don't even know what non-binary is, it takes one Google search. It takes one Google search. It's not that hard, baby. I promise. Don't let it raise your blood pressure, because it's not that serious. But it is serious to respect pronouns. Okay? Anyways, guys, those are my unpopular opinions. Comment down below if you agree with me. I know you did, because they're unpopular, but I know they're very popular because I only attract the real bitches over here. Okay? Don't forget to watch my other two while you're at it if you're new here. I have them linked in my Yap Sessions playlist, along with lots of other videos. I yap a lot. I post on here twice a week, so you may as well come join because you ain't stay till the end of this video for nothing. Am I right? Am I right? Okay. Thank you guys for making it to the end of this video and listening to me yap all the way through, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.